Hello everyone, welcome to the stream. I hope you've had a good day, and this time I was almost gonna get mixed up with Monday and Tuesday again, but I caught myself just in time. I was gonna say, I hope you've had a good Monday day, but I keep forgetting. Anyhow, guys, welcome everyone. Do Jensen, you're on your way home from work. Coffee, hello again. Lovely to have you here and share this moment as we're going to be doing something special actually today. And Coffee was very, very kind to help me out with that. And I will explain all of that later, how he helped me out. But so basically, guys, and hello, Johnny Dowie, and Jay Playing, and Vergent, hello, and Draco as well. Hello, guys. How are you all doing today? From the title of the stream, you can see that we will be doing something kind of interesting today, which is sailing to a mystery destination. Now, you may, like, the first thought that may be conjured from something like that is that, is Kats going to reveal, maybe Kats is in cahoots with devs and they're going to reveal some new area? No, it's nothing like that at all. It's just me wanting to explore the world, and I have sort of built a special thing to aid me in that, because like last week I was thinking to myself, every time I'm playing Wurm, or doing a Wurm stream I should say, it's mostly just me sort of going around my island, building stuff, breeding horses, just my like everyday tasks here on the island, and that can get a bit boring for you guys to watch. So last week when we were playing Wurm Unlimited and trying to do the Dwarven Underground thing, I was thinking, okay, maybe we should try building something exciting in Wurm Unlimited. And as fun as that was, it still felt like when I sort of watched the VOD afterwards, it felt kind of out of place in a way, because 99% of the Wurmians don't go and play in God mode in Wurm Unlimited. I mean, I think it's mainly interesting for people who like to play around with the God tools in Wurm Unlimited, and I wanted to get something a little bit more. And it also, just like staring at that inside cavern for so many hours without a proper vision, it just felt like, is this really what I want to offer people watching a Wurm stream? Is this really a good first impression for people who happen to, new people who happen to stumble across the stream and then see this sort of thing? Like, that's not necessarily the best first impression. And when I've sort of looked back at my old Wurm streams, the best ones, the most exciting and interesting ones, have actually been the ones where we go and explore new, undiscovered places. And so I thought to myself that maybe that's what I will start doing in all of my Wurm stream, in my weekly Wurm streams from this point on, unless there's something highly interesting to show on the island. It's usually just the same old thing that I'm doing here. So yeah, and for that purpose, so how to choose a place to go to, and that's where this special tool comes in that I'm going to be showing later. Before I do that, I just want to make sure we have a few people on the stream so we can all share it together. So I'm just going to wait a while, and while I wait, actually, we have to do some preparations. So one of the problems with going to explore is that it just takes so long to get to places in Wurm, and so long to get back, that would have been kind of like a pain in the ass for my main character, because she has to sort of stick around the island taking care of the horses and taking care of things. So I thought I will send actually my priestess on this journey, and I absolutely have no idea how she's going to fare out there. I'm thinking to myself now, I'm thinking to myself that should I actually just play with Malena? Because I'm thinking to myself, I've never actually fought with a priestess, you know, by casting spells. Du Jensen or anyone playing Wurm, Du Jensen, you have a priestess or a priest, right? Gara's drinking. Look at all those horses. And Jay, you have to go in about 25 minutes though. So you have about half an hour. Okay. Oh, a long sunken temple fun in WoW. And if you hear like a male voice yelling in the background, that's because my son is cursing. I guess they're playing some kind of online game with his friends, and he's like cursing in Finnish. I'm not sure how much you guys can hear him doing that, but I'm doing fine, thanks, Draco. In my last stream, I was kind of scared that I might have a skin infection. I did, in fact, end up having one, and I had to go to the. I'm gonna have to go tell my son to just like calm down, because it's not nice that you can sort of hear this Finnish like yelling in the background. One sec, guys. So yeah, I did go to the doctor and I had an infection, so I have now like antibiotics for, I think it's for 3 weeks I have to take these antibiotics, so yeah. So otherwise I'm good though. If I hadn't gotten the antibiotics, I'm sure I'd be very, very sick right now. And you're training also some tailoring, Jay, playing, nice. And Coffee, you're building a fence right now to try and start some breeding. Nice. Oh, it's one of the funnest things to do actually in Wurm is breed animals, and you know, work on your skills until you start to get the like higher end animals that have like the good traits. So, Du Jensen, yeah, a question for you. So my priestess, let's just have a look at her skills. I'm just wondering, like, I have never even tried defending myself with this character. Let's just have a look at what kind of skills she has right now, and I just made all of the UI elements like super big so you guys can actually see the text, because usually they've been so small because they've just been for my own use. So religion, she has 80, almost 84 favor, 84 faith. Of course, they always go together. Alignment 7, almost 75. And then what are the other skills? Of course, for religion, preaching only 5. Well, that's not it. Doesn't matter to this one. Channeling, but she doesn't have her. Oh, she needs her premium time actually. She's gonna need her premium time, guys. So I'm gonna actually log on with Malena, give her some money, and get her some premium time. Hold on. So, but meanwhile, Du Jensen, the question is. So you would not send them fighting, but can like priests? Can they actually cast? Can they be like offensive mages in other games? Can they actually cast spells and like kill stuff with their spells? I've never tried. I know they can heal, right? Or do they have to actually, or do priests actually have to fight with a proper like weapon just like everyone else, or can they just do it with spells alone? Jay, you could make out a little bit, yeah. Yeah, he promised to be quiet now, though. Let's log on with Malena with this other account. Yeah, same here, Vigent. Like, I use my priest just for those practical reasons, right? So, yeah, maybe the safest thing to do, guys, I'm gonna have to, maybe what I'll do is I'll do some experiments with my priestess at some point, and for now, maybe we'll just do this first one, at least with Malena, and maybe I'll just have to, like, figure out I should have figured that out beforehand. I was sort of naive in that I didn't remember that, oh yeah, like, I'm gonna be getting, like, monsters killing me, and Malena can absolutely hold her own against pretty much anything these days. So yeah, let's do this. That we'll just take Malena. She can definitely manage out in the wild. And let's just actually drop all of her extra stuff off, maybe into this boat, for instance. And we'll go and get a wagon. Now, why am I not able to see? Is it the UI getting all muddled up now? I'm trying to open the hold of this, and it's not really working. I think it's because I changed the UI settings to be larger. Hold on. Very interesting. See that? Oh, there it is, finally. I guess I wasn't close enough to the end. Yeah, the size of the text is like super large right now, so some of the UI might look a little bit wonky, like this clearly is too large for that spot there. So if the UI looks a bit wonky, it's just because I've made everything super large for the purpose of the stream. Anyhow, let's just throw whatever I don't need. Let's just throw that here into this ship for now. And what should we take with us? We definitely are gonna need we're definitely gonna need some bandages, so some cotton, locks. Let's throw those ones in there as well. Candles. You know, before I actually throw the candles in, since they do actually decay, let's go and see whether or not there's any candles I should actually replenish here in the horse market. Also, I have not checked whether or not I made any sales today. Let's have a look. Five days, 6 days. Okay. So yeah, let's just go through the different rooms here and see if they're. God, it's so like clumsy to handle these UIs because they're so huge now. So I'm just gonna check the candles and see if any of them have burned out. And then, because I have a few candles in my inventory, I don't want to be. I think that one is burned out, isn't it? Yes, it is. Okay, let's add a candle there. So I don't have to lug them with me, because the thing is that they actually decay quite quickly. So fill that one. And let's light it. Light, there we go. Let's see if there's anything over here. This one is also burned out. This is such a pain, guys, that there's this weird issue with how in some zones the candles will, if you're on a deed, the candles will burn forever. That was how it was for me on Independence. But in this area that I'm in now, I have to keep filling the candles like every few days. It's really, really annoying. And actually, yeah, most of these have already like burned out. Imagine having to do this like every day, literally. So annoying. That one's still good. So for those who don't play Wurm or else are new to Wurm, the thing is that all the other lamps in the game, if you're on a deed, they stay turned on forever and ever and ever. You never have to refill them, you never have to refuel them. See, another one that's burned out. That is highly annoying, guys. I have like reported this on the forums, but you know, of course it's a low priority thing for, and there's one over there as well. So there's 1, 2, let's just check all the ones that I still need to fill. We'll just make a few more candles and replenish them. 2, I think it's just 2 candles. Okay, let's go make 2 candles and add them to those 2 spots. And then you guys can see how candles are made as well. So what you do is you take some strings of cloth and Garazdranghi and Coffee, you probably already know this. Well, first of all, I hope you're using the crafting window to create things, because this just makes things so much easier. A friend of mine, she was playing for months and months and she didn't realize that to use this. And also, when you drag things into this window, you can just merge them into one batch. Like if it's something that will actually combine. And these strings, I have 38 of them, so I'm just going to combine them into one bigger bunch. And that makes it easier as well to make stuff. And then we're going to get some animal fat, as much as fits into my inventory, and we'll just merge those as well. And actually it was just 2 candles that I wanted to make, so to be honest, it was kind of like useless to bunch so many of those together, since I'm not going to make a whole bunch like I normally would. We're only making 2 this time, but yeah, there's this little button that you can use to combine things. I often like to use that even just for the combining alone, even though you can also, of course, you probably already know that you can also double click an item in your inventory, then shift click and then combine from here as well. That's the old school way of doing things, but I just find it much handier to just drag the whole bunch into this, press that combine button, and then you're good to go. Okay, we should have 2 candles now. Yes, okay. So let's just drag those back onto the bulk storage bin and just go refuel those. Or was there any actually over here? Oh god, there's more of them over here. There's more of them over here. There's 2 over there that have extinguished. And any in the front? So we have to make 2 more actually. Oh, it's so annoying, guys. So annoying. So annoying. Okay. And Dujo, so you were saying that spells are not enough to manage. Okay. Yeah, we're just going to have to go with Malena then. I'm probably going to have to train up another character for these kinds of missions, because I would really like to keep Malena here safe and sound on the island to handle, you know, the daily chores, taking care of all this stuff that I have to take care of. So where were they? Over here? 2 of them, yes. Fill. And fill. We can shut that one. And then we will light up the candles. Like so. And you might be wondering, Cats, why do you have candelabras? Why don't you just have these sort of torches or other lamps in your horse market? And of course I do have those in addition. But the main reason is because during the day, when the sun is up, and all of these lights are turned off because it's not the evening yet, it's very, very dark here in the horse market during the daytime, because this is all cast in shadow. All the inside spaces are all cast in shadow. So it's very dark here during the day, actually. And so the only light source that is available to keep the light going during the day are the candelabras. They burn throughout, they burn night and day. And that is why I have to have candelabras. Now, I have made a request at some point that I wish we could have a system where we could just like control ourselves whether we want the lamps to be on 24/7 or whether or not we want them to work like they do now. Like, imagine if you could go and actually, imagine if you could just right click, well, it could even be a global setting for the entire deed, or else it could be a setting that you could right click a lamp and then adjust its, you know, whether it's on all the time or just during the daytime. Now, where's the last candle that we still need to fuel? Over there. Okay. Fill. And light. There we go. Good. And the next thing we have to do is... Oh, I was in the middle of actually like throwing that stuff into the boat. And then I saw the candles and I was like, oh yeah. So we're going to have to definitely take 2 horses with us. We're going to need some cotton. And we'll see what else we should take with us on this journey that I have no idea where we're going yet. We shall see. We shall see, guys, where we're going. And I'm wondering if I think I should just grab this stuff and actually take it over to the... Let's just go over to the storage, actually. And maybe I'll just take my my gnar right over there because... Oh, but you know, the horse... Hold on. I'm just realizing something. I was going to take my gnar for this trip because it can go in shallow waters. But I'm just realizing the horse cages or the animal cages, I'm going to have to check from Wurmpedia, actually. I'm going to have to check from Wurmpedia. One thing. Okay, one little second. I'm gonna have to cover the screen for just one little second. Hold on. So just ignore that. That's just a temporary cover because I can't show you guys my browser because it would reveal the whole secret that I wanted to show. So I'm gonna just have to move the browser over to the other window here. Okay, and now let's go back to Wurm. There we go. And hello, Ian Code. Welcome to the stream. Oh yeah, Dude Johnson. Yeah, she doesn't have any good armor at all. Yeah, I mean, Coffee, you can definitely combine them that way as well, though. That's absolutely fine. So, let's see. Now let's go here. Wurmpedia. And I just realized that my sort of alt tabbing sort of revealed a little bit there, but that's okay. You guys don't know yet what's going to happen. So, let's see. Wurmpedia and ships. And just gonna check, of course I could just try, couldn't I? I just could try and see whether I'm able to actually load. But then I would also have to get the... You know what? I'm gonna probably have to just go ahead and take my caravel. Because I'm gonna have to have 2 creature cages for 2 horses. And also I want to take the... I would like to take a cart, actually. But hold on, a cart? No. I have to go by horse. I'm definitely going to have to go by horse, yeah. Because if the destination is up somewhere where there's no roads at all, I'm going to be totally messed up if I don't have just a horse that I could then lead up and down the mountain. Yeah, okay. So 1 creature cage. Now, can you get 1 creature cage into a gnar? Let's just test it out, actually, and see what happens. So let's just board the gnar. Oh, it's actually over here, the entrance. Or not entrance, but you know, the spot you have to board at. And you know, if it's of any comfort, coffee, it actually, when I first started playing Wurm, I didn't even realize, like in general, that you could combine items. I was doing them one at a time. Okay, more. And let's see if we can get one creature cage. We can get one creature cage. Okay, we're taking the Nor then. Excellent. Yeah, we're not going to take a cart with us. We do have some crates just in case we find something nice and juicy to loot along the way. You know, if there's some like abandoned deeds or something like that. Good. Okay, so, and you know what else we're going to need? We're going to have to go and pick up some food as well. So let's just sail over to the other side of the island and go and pick up some food. And then we're going to have to pick up some cotton and then just make sure we have everything we need. And I have to also just drop off all that extra stuff on the other side of the island. That's one of the downsides of having a large deed, is you literally have to take a ship to get around. I mean, I could run over there, but this almost seems like it's a faster way. Oh yeah, for sure, Garazdranghi. There's so much. Absolutely. There's just, I mean, guys, like, I've been playing the game. You know, I've been playing the game for years, right? I'm still learning new things. Like, I only recently found out about the whole booze thing. So I'm just gonna crash right into the grass. Actually, we'll just quickly run up, go grab some food, take it with us, and then continue sailing around. Yeah, so you might be wondering, so what do you mean, Cats? What do you mean by booze thing? So, so for those who don't know, when you're trying to climb a very steep area and you know how you run out of stamina, well, I never knew that you can drink some booze to regain your stamina. And you know what, guys? I should absolutely take some booze with me, because we very well may end up in a situation where we have to do a lot of climbing. So I don't know yet what's going to happen. We'll see. And that way, when you're sort of, you know, in the middle of a mountain and you're like kind of stuck there because you're out of like stamina, you can then drink a little bit of a booze, get some stamina up, and then continue your climb. And let's take some meals that are not rotting yet. Like so. And then we should take the what do we have in this bucket? Okay, let's drink that and let's just pour the rest out. Pour on ground, and I think I had some booze here somewhere. Here. We have some orange gin. So let's take that with us into, well, you know what? It might be actually better not to take the small bucket, but to instead take a smaller container, like a jug. A pottery flask, perhaps? Something small. Yeah, let's take that. Oh my gosh, it says, the description of this is patient urine sample. Now, I have no idea how I ended up with a jug called patient urine sample. I have no idea. Like, it might just be a flask that I looted from some, like, abandoned deed. I don't remember at all how I got that. I didn't even notice the name of it before. That's pretty hilarious. I don't think I'll rename it. It's just too cute. So now we have some, but is that enough booze though? I'm not sure. That's like 0.25 is the weight of that. It's not very much, is it? What else do we have here? Maybe I just do need to take, well, a measuring jug is something we're going to need absolutely anyhow for the purpose of measuring out the booze. So we should need to set the volume to 1 gram, so we use as little as possible. And maybe we will take this bucket after all. Now, how much does a bucket full of booze actually weigh? 13.5? It's a bit on the heavy side, actually. Just thinking if there's another container here that would be a little bit lighter. What else do we have here? Of course, we could take a... I know what we can take. We can take another measuring jug, actually. Let's take another measuring jug and then set that to... Let's set that one to... set volume to 500. No. Let's set it to... Let's set it to 10 kilograms. Or even less, actually. Let's set it to 5 kilograms. Just make sure we fill this in a nice way. And now can I actually, if I take the other measuring jug, can I fill that? I'm not quite sure how this works now. Hold on. Yeah, I guess it's working. It's working. Okay, enough of this fussing now. So I think it should be working. Let's just rename that so we know 5 kilograms. We know the difference between the two. Let me just double check the chat just to see if somebody is saying, no, cats, don't do it like that. Yeah, Dujensen, you were saying about the street lamps. Yeah, I also like the bronze hanging lamps a lot that Vergent was mentioning. They're really pretty, but again, the problem is that they are not on during the day, right? Yeah, Ian Kode. Ben Joseph was very naughty, but very nice to you, of course. Hello, Finzia. How are you doing today? Nice to see you back again. And Dujan, so you were saying 2 creature cages and an hour. Nice. Well, I was gonna originally take the cart, but then I realized that I wouldn't be able to get up like a mountain and stuff. I'd have to actually walk. Time to go buy a car, Dujensen says. Oh my gosh, he's going off to buy a car? My goodness. Yeah, no, Ian Koide, that was just the description on it. But I've changed the description now to 5 kilograms. So that was just, that description is something you set as a player yourself. It's not something that the game automatically updates. But this one is set to 5 kilograms, that's set to 1 gram, so it should be all good now. So we have food, check. We have booze, check. We have a measuring jug, check. And what we're gonna still need to do is go to the other side of the island, unload all of this crap that we have in my inventory, because of course I want to go as light as possible, right? And does she have her hat on? Yes, good. And we're going to grab some cotton, the thing that I always forget to take on my adventures. And then once we have all of our preparations done, then comes the exciting part that I want to reveal to you guys. Something that I've been sort of working on and that coffee also helped me out with. How is she walking so slow? What's her inventory? 82 kilograms. What the heck is weighing her? Oh, it's those amphoras, I guess. And the mooring anchor, of course, as well. Okay, let's just hop back on here. Our trusty old Nar. My Nar was actually the second boat I ever made in Wurm. Now, what are my graphical settings? Let me just check here. I want to make sure all of the distance stuff is showing a lot. So, distant terrain extreme, far extreme. Okay, it's all good. And for those of you who are new to Wurm, I very, very warmly recommend. This is something you have to set before you, when you first start the launching window. You have to go into the settings there to set this, but to put on distant terrain. Because if I did not have distant terrain checked, I would basically not see this background here at all. I would only see the very near areas, so make sure to have that checked so that when you go sailing, you can actually see where you're going. Oh, right, Yankode. Well, maybe it didn't, maybe it just didn't fill more than that. I don't know. But I think I'll be okay. And this doesn't, the description doesn't tell me how much I actually have there, but, well, we'll see how we deal with that. I did set it to 5 kilograms and then I just dragged as much as I could in and it wouldn't drag any more than that. So maybe I just didn't have more than that in the barrel. Who knows? And you're good, Finzia. That's great to hear. You've been playing with a warlock, with your old trusty, or it's nice to be playing with a warlock again, which was your very first tune. Yeah, I've been very tempted to do the same. I know we've discussed this before. I've been tempted. Okay, so let's just go and get all of this crap out of my inventory. Gonna put those throwaway locks here. And then we'll put our tools away. Maybe always good to at least have a carving knife, just in case we get into some kind of situation where we actually have to try and get something made. I don't know, you never know. Take the rest of this stuff. Of course, there's no harm in also just putting it on the boat, right? There's no harm in that. I could just stick it on the boat. But the amphoras for sure we're leaving behind. We don't need those, that's for sure. Grooming brush we don't need, and bee smoker we don't need. Rake. Maybe we can just take the basic tools with us, just to be on the safe side. And then the cotton. Do not forget the cotton, cats. Do not forget. Never leave home without cotton, guys. Never leave home without it. Let's take 50 with us. We can just keep the rest in the ship. And was there anything else? We have our compass, super important. Of course, I could take, in case I wanted to do some archaeology, I guess I could take the metal brush with me. And a troll as well. Oh, I guess I would need the archaeology journal with me as well. But I don't even have empty pages in there, I don't think. Yeah, it's all full. Okay, I'm not going to even bother with archaeology. Nah, I'm not going to bother with that after all. I have to be more prepared for that. So let's leave the troll. Yeah, okay, I think we're good to go. Hello, Wallacott, and welcome. Welcome to the stream. We're off on a big adventure in a moment. And hello, Giraffe. So, this is a Sandbox MMO, Wurm Online, and it is probably about the most sandboxy kind of sandbox MMO you can find. So there's no questing, there's no, you don't level up a character. Instead, you have tons and tons and tons of skills that you can improve, just like Ultima Online or Legends of Aria. And we're gonna just embark on a big adventure just about now. I'm just doing my last checks. Let me just, before I look at the chat again, let me just think now one more time. So the horses. Okay, I need to go get a couple horses. No, one horse just for riding. Yes, let's go fetch a horse. Almost forgot about that. And I'm thinking to myself, do I even want to bother with well, the saddle is really good to have. Was it so that you had to tame? Remind me, guys. Those of you who have played some Wurm some more, was it so that when you take a horse with a creature cage to another server, that in order to put a saddle on it, you would have to tame it, right? Because at first I was thinking, you know, I'm not going to even bother with a saddle, but then I was thinking to myself that what if I actually start tumbling down a mountain or something and lose the lead of the horse somehow? The nice thing about the saddle is it will keep the horse in place, that it won't go wandering off, so I can go and retrieve it. So I'm almost thinking that, yeah, we should get a saddled horse. So let's grab one of the ebony ones. I'm thinking to myself that first of all, the branding doesn't help at all. So what I will do actually instead is I will just grab a saddle off this guy, and I'm going to take one of the younger ebonies. That'll be faster. And to be able to tame the horse, I'm going to have a sickle. Now, where did I put my sickle actually? I thought I had one here in my inventory. I don't seem to. Maybe I put it away, but I'm definitely going to need a sickle for that purpose if I want to be able to tame the horse with some grass. So I can cut some grass and then tame it with that. Okay, let's grab. That's an aged one. God, I'm going so slowly now. Where's a nice ebony? That one's the aged one as well. Aged. Okay, do we have any there's a mature. Let's grab that mature ebony over there. So the reason I want an ebony black is because they're the fastest horses in the game. So that'll be nice for the travel. And yeah, let's grab that one. I'm going a little bit slow because I'm so overloaded right now. I have so much stuff. I have over 109 kilograms right now. I just need to get this stuff onto the ship. And let's check that. Of course, I could just take some grass with me as well. I do have grass in my inventory. I do have some grass. But then again, if I'm gonna be like traveling around, the grass might decay on me, so I might want to actually just grab that sickle after all. Let's go see if I put it into my inventory over here. I'm pretty sure I did. Or into my chest, I should say. Sickle, let's see. Yes, here's my sickle. Okay, let's take that with us. Okay, now the last final checks, guys. So, we have a halter rope, we have a horse, we have booze, we have cotton for healing, we have a saddle, we have a creature cage. I think in here we should have one now. So let's just unload the creature cage, put the horse in, then get onto the ship and load the creature cage. Like so. Okay. And then there was also some small barrels, which is good because we're gonna have to take one of these barrels, fill it with water. Let's take some seawater here and just fill that. Fill. Take a last drink of water ourselves. Okay, now, and then let me just put the stuff onto the ship, and then we're going to do the exciting part, guys. So the food should go into the barrel so it doesn't decay, and then let's just put, we can take some cotton with us, but let's not have all of it in our inventory, so the rest can go in a crate. So 20 cotton should be more than enough. The saddle we have, everything else is good to go. So here comes the exciting part, guys. So my plan for my weekly worm stream is this. I want to go and explore a random location, because here's the thing. I've been playing the game for 5.5 years now, almost 6 years really. In November it's going to be 6 years, and to be quite honest, I mean, if I look at the map, if we just look at all of the maps of Wurm, I literally haven't, I mean, there's so many servers here. I have literally explored only maybe, I would not even say 5% of all of the Wurmian lands. I've explored, obviously, so I live down there. I've obviously explored all of this area to some extent, a little bit of this area, gone along the edges here, never gone inside of the Xanadu mainland, never explored that. Obviously explored that. Then from Independence, I've explored mainly this area, not much else. Well, along the southern edge, actually. From Celebration through this area, basically, but not the outer edges. And Pristine, we did a little bit of exploring with at some point, but not very much. Other than that, I've never been to Release. I've only sailed past Exodus and Deliverance, so there's a lot of places I've never been in this game. So I was thinking to myself, you know, I really need to explore more and just go and marvel at what people have done in this game. So I was thinking to myself, yeah, that would be really cool to actually go and explore places in my weekly Wurm streams. That would get me out of the house, or off my island, I should say, and it would be fun for you guys to watch as well. Now, how to do that? How to pick a spot, though? So I thought to myself, we need some kind of random thing that will allow us to pick a random spot on all of the servers. So I put together this kind of thing. So basically, here are all the maps put together, and what we're going to do is we're going to press this button here, and it's going to give us a marker into a random location, and we are going to go and visit that spot during this stream. And if we don't get, you know, all the way there in this stream, I mean, sometimes it takes hours upon hours to get to a location. That's fine. We will then continue the journey in the next stream. And again, thank you so much, Coffee, for helping me. So I was able to put this all together otherwise, but I just couldn't figure out how to make it. So I was able to find a JavaScript bit somewhere to get the random location of a marker, but I couldn't figure out how to get it so that upon pressing a button, it generates that random location. I had to just keep on refreshing the page. So thanks again, Coffee, for the help with that. And yeah, just got rid of that guy. So always these trolls on the Wurm streams. So sorry about that, guys. I didn't notice in time. And let me just check what you guys are saying before we actually pick a location. Just scrolling back the chat here. Yeah, Vergent, with a cart, of course you could right away, but the thing is, with a cart, you can't go up a steep mountain, can you? So... yeah, and getting lost is just the best thing ever in this game. And Giraffe, you're asking, what are some examples of things you can do in this game? Yeah, you can be anything you want, Giraffe. And here's the thing is that there's no restrictions on the... So there's like a huge list of skills. Let me just show that quickly to you. There's a huge list of skills. So I know this is now... The text should be large enough that you guys can actually see it for once. So... just check out how many skills. Now, all the skills, they go from 0 to 100. So it's up to you. You can learn all of the skills, basically, if you want. There's no, like, upper limits like Legends of Arya and Ultima Online have. So in those games, in Ultima Online, the upper skill limit used to be 700. In Legends of Arya, it's 600. But here you can learn all of them if you want. There's some restrictions with the priestly stuff, though. So if I just scroll through this, you're going to get an idea of just how many skills this game has. And also you can see those numbers. That's what I have in those skills. And as you can see, I have not gotten a single skill up to 100 in all of these years that I've played. So, you know, this is a game that you don't grind at a fast pace. Instead, you just play the game, allow the skills to go up naturally as you're playing. Grinding in this game would just drive you bonkers nuts. So the way to play Wurm is to just enjoy, do things. Let's say you need a cart to pull horses, or to have the horses pull a cart, you know, then you have to use some carpentry skills for that, obviously. And to get the nails for the, let's say you needed nails for a cart. I can't remember if you do or not. Well, you would have to go and mine for some ore, and then you'd have to smelt it, so you'd get some mining skill from that. Then you would have to smelt it and build those nails. You'd get some blacksmithy skills from that, right? So you just let the skills like go up naturally, really, for the most part. I mean, there are some skills I have grinded a little bit to if there was something I really, really needed badly. And yeah, you can absolutely be whatever you want to be, and there's no restrictions, and everything you see here is usable. So everything except the sky is usable in some way. So you know, even these tiles here, I could dig those to get some sand that would be an ingredient for things. The water is an ingredient for many things, and you also drink it, for instance. And there's also there's a very extensive fishing system in this game. And Giraffe, there are a few NPCs in the starter towns, but it's mostly players in the game. And I see Coffee has done an excellent job answering these questions. Thank you so much, Coffee. Oh, congratulations, Cyril. Congratulations on your birthday. You made it to 32. Well, life just gets better after that, believe it or not. So anyhow, okay guys, are we ready to choose a location now? Are we ready to press the button? So here goes. Obviously, if the marker ends up in the middle of the sea somewhere, we're going to have to just press again. But let's see where it takes us. 3, 2, 1. What happened? There we go. Okay, went right to the sea. Let's do another one, another to the sea. This is also in the water. Here we go. So we're going to Deliverance. And that spot right there on the mountain. So let me just take a screenshot of that and make sure we have it in our destination thingamajig. And we'll just update that so we don't forget the location we're supposed to go to. So Deliverance, okay. Let's put it about there. That's good, right there. Actually, I just want to, yeah, let's do it this way instead, just so I have some reference for the edge there. We'll save that, and hopefully it should update to the stream as well. Yep, never been to Deliverance. I haven't even sailed past Deliverance, so this is going to be a huge adventure, guys. Exactly, Gareth Drengi. Oh, I should say Coffee. Yeah, thank goodness it wasn't Xanadu. Okay, so we're gonna set sail, And I'm going to go to the south edge of the server, and we're going to cross over there. So plot course, Deliverance. And once we cross the server border, it should end up... Oh, the wind seems to be pushing from the east, so we're just going to turn around. We'll go into the western direction instead. You see how much faster I'm going this time? Oh, you know what I forgot to... Oh, but that's okay. I did take my sickle. I was going to say I forgot to take some grass with me to tame the horse with, but that's fine. Oh, is it, Du Jensen? It's almost at your deli deed. Really? Well, I'm going to have to come and pay a visit then. But hey, didn't I see that you went off to buy a car? What the heck is going on? Or was I just reading? Did I just misread? Thank you, coffee. Thank you. I almost forgot to put it back. Very good. Oh, you're driving in your own car. Yeah, Du Jensen, because when I'm reading the chat, so basically what I have is I have a second monitor which is a little bit farther away behind this my main monitor, and you know how it is with glasses. I'm not sure if you have glasses or not, but I'm assuming you do. It's almost like every older person does. You need glasses at some point when you get older, and then you know how like they are like sharp to a certain like distance, but then you're trying to see from a farther or a closer distance and it's not sharp anymore. So when I'm reading your guys' chat, I'm actually like squinting my eyes, trying to see what you guys are saying. So sometimes I might misread a bit. So yeah, this is going to be very exciting, guys. I'm so glad that we got a server that I've never been to and never even sailed past. I have absolutely no idea what the landscape of Deliverance looks like. And hello there, Death Throne. Yes. Yes, it's pretty, I've never done anything quite like this before. I mean, I've gone on random explorations before, but never anything this random that might just end up like in the middle of nowhere, you know, or on the top of some weird mountain that's just pretty much impossible to get to. And the inspiration actually for this is, for this idea comes from a friend of mine, or I should say acquaintance of mine, who with his buddies, they would once a year they would spin a globe, and then one of them they took turns like each year, like who of the friends could stop the globe with their forefinger and just pick a random location on the globe, and you can probably guess where this is going. They would then start to plan a trip to whatever that location was. Of course, if it was in the middle of the sea, that's not really usable, so they would then spin it again and try again. And then they actually traveled to that spot, no matter where it was, as long as it wasn't in the middle of the sea or in the middle of some like really, really dangerous war zone or like dangerous place. As long as it was sort of like, you know, you know, not stupid, to a place that wouldn't be like just careless and stupid to go to. And they indeed did take these journeys once a year, and I always was really inspired by that. I thought that was such a cool thing to do. Well, I'm glad you enjoy it, Death Throne. The playlist that you're hearing actually right now, you can check out. It's my you can check out from my Twitch front page. There's a button called Spotify, and when you press that, you will see my playlists on Spotify, and one of them is called MMO Adventuring Playlist, and that's what we're playing right now. Garastrangi, yeah, the water's coming through from the bottom once in a while. Yeah, that once they implemented this new water, this was the waves you see, the water system in Wurm is actually new. They had a very sort of old school water before, and it was just flat. There wasn't any waves like this. It just had, you know, a texture. So I think these, it's just one of those things that we have to live with the 3D geometry of the sea coming through the bottom of the ship. Coffee. KatsPurr the Raider off to new shores and fresh plunder. Goodness, thank you so much, Death Throne. Thank you for the sub. Very much appreciated. So, Du Jensen, whereabouts do you live? Like exactly? Would it be as far as coordinates is concerned in that exact same area? Let's just have a look here. And we could also mark it here in here on the map. Hold on. Deliverance is here. Yeah, oh no, I have actually passed by Deliverance, actually. Yeah, I was mixing it up with, I've passed by the left side of Deliverance, but not very close. This is the one I've never seen at all, release. So Deliverance, and let's just make a marker on that spot that we have to get to. So it's about right about there. Oh, I see. Right. So you basically live on Celebration, and yeah, I didn't even know you had a deed at on the west coast of, or like on Deliverance as well. Or you've probably, maybe you have mentioned it at some point, but I just didn't remember. And what is this thing? I don't even remember anything about this. This must have been marked there like ages ago, so let's just remove that actually. So yeah, looking at this, if we look at the landscape of this, we're definitely going to be going up high on a mountain. So I'm glad I took that booze with me. And soon we'll be approaching the server edge and crossing over. I hope I did I now choose the right one? Let's just make sure we chose the right one. Plot course, Deliverance. Yes, we did. Good. Oh, thank you for the follow, Death Throne. So, Death Throne, I'm trying to remember. I've just been racking my brain here for a while. Been trying to remember whether or not you played Wurm or not. I'm guessing you do. I'm sure I've seen you on my stream before, though. Let me just check. And try and remember this now. Ah, I see. Legends of Arya, right. And is this the first time that you're seeing one of my Wurm streams, then? Okay, we have crossed the server border, guys. And we have arrived. We have arrived to... Let's just make sure that everything's correct now. Yes, welcome, Malena. Deliverance has been waiting for you. Okay, so if I am to guess, let me just stop for a moment, just to disembark and check my compass. So we're now facing south. Okay, so this is now the northern upper edge of the map, so we should be heading to this direction then. And that is a very patchworky... Oh, it's probably because the stuff hasn't been loaded in. I was just looking at, like, why would somebody have so many, like, weird tiles on their deed, but it's just the bottoms of them, and now you can see actually the buildings come in. Hello, welcome back, Jay Playing. Yes, we just... So, Jay, were you here when we chose a random location on the map? But we had a random marker chose on all of the Wurm maps put together, and that's the destination you can see on the lower right side there. and we're off to explore a server called Deliverance. And I've never been here properly. I've just sailed past it before. Right, yes, you had to leave before that, yeah. So basically what we had was this kind of big map, and then we chose, by pressing this button, we chose a location, and a marker showed up right there, and you can see that in the map there. And so each week we're going to pick a new location, unless of course the journey from the previous week is still underway. And that way we're going to just find a whole bunch of new places I've never been to, never seen before. Right, Jay. Well, you were very fast considering all that you got done. My goodness. You don't often see people using the whatchamacallits, those palisades. There's a bear we're gonna have to watch out for. Somebody's beautiful caravel. There's lots of bears in this area, actually. I'm thinking to myself, you know, I think I'm just going to, well, I was going to shut the chat window completely because I don't think I would need it, but in case there's somebody in the local area, I just want to sort of get all this garbage off my screen, to be honest. The tool belt, well, maybe we don't need, well, yeah, we do need that actually as well to quickly get access to the halter rope. Actually, what I could do is I could just hide these things. We could keep the HP bar, but I'll put the belt underneath that image. Just so we don't have all this garbage here, like cluttering up the beautiful view. So Deathrone, you were asking earlier that is this similar to Elder Scrolls? So if you mean like Elder Scrolls Online, well, it's I guess what it shares with that is it's, you know, the medievally themed 3D MMO, but Elder Scrolls Online, of course, is this kind of theme park MMO where you quest and you level up your character, whereas this is a sandbox. So here it's more like a survival kind of situation, not a PvP. I mean, there is PvP servers as well, but survival in the sense that, you know, you get plonked into the world and you have to figure out yourself what you need to do to survive. That's what I mean. And you're playing UO Outlands right now. I see. So, looking at the map, this is starting to even out the sort of edge. So I'm guessing that we're starting to sort of, I mean, if we look here at, the map, my guess is that we're just coming along this edge here. So I guess we need to get to about halfway, and we need to start looking for these mountains. So not the first mountain, but the second mountain. So in Wurm, you don't see a marker for where you are currently. You have to use the landscapes and try and figure it out yourself. So hold on. there's one mountain there. Let's just look at this again. That mountain is probably that one right there, I'm guessing. So we need to find a second high mountain, which I guess is that one over there. So my guess is that the one that we need to get to is actually that one. And then there's this little area that sort of dips in. So could it possibly be that this thing right here is that little dip right there? I'm guessing that it is. So after that dip in, we just go straight down a bit until we get lined up with the mountain that we saw, the other mountain over here. And Du Jensen, you know this area well, so of course you can guess that I don't want any hints. I don't want any guidance from you guys that cats know you need to go that way or this way, or you're in the completely wrong direction, because I'm just saying this beforehand, guys, because I want to be able to try and find that spot myself, right? That's half of the fun. So just warning you guys. What do we have over here? There's a whole bunch of unicorns in that person's gardens. Yeah, the game has very big spiders, and there's some crocodiles in this area, and there's a troll as well, an old troll. You know what I wish Wurm had, guys? I wish the biomes of each server were different, and that the things that grew in that server only could grow on that server. Like that you would have a tropical server that you could only have that you could try. I mean, maybe it could be that you could take a seed of a palm tree, for instance, from a sandy server, and you could take it to a more northern server and try to plant it, or a sprout rather, but that it would just die very quickly after that, because it would not thrive in that environment. I mean, it's too late now, of course, since the servers are already made, and I can't really see them necessarily making new servers, because it would just thin out like the population, right? Yeah, it's good to have you here though, Du Jensen, just in case I do end up in a sort of really a kind of situation where I have absolutely no idea what the heck I'm doing. But yeah, I am guessing now that that mountain right there is going to be this one that we have to get to. Because there's only two very high mountains that we saw so far. And then that we see way down there must surely be this one. So we just passed this little dip, which I'm assuming was this one right there. And this should be relatively, yeah, it's relatively even. Now what I could do, just to make sure that I'm in the right areas, I could sail all the way down to this little bay over here, and then we'll know for sure we're in the right spot. And then I could just head up from here and up the mountain. This is going to end up actually being easier than I thought it would. I thought this would be like something that's just going to take hours and hours, but you know, we never know what hardships are still up ahead, right? So there's the mountain. Coffee, yeah. Spiders are pretty ferocious, aren't they? But you know, the basic spiders, there's something I think you can absolutely take on. It's the fire, the sort of lava-looking spiders that you have to watch out for. Now, this looks like a huge place. Let's just have a look. And there seems to be a Titch statue over there. I still have yet to make one myself. I need to make a little Titch island in honor of her work. So Titch, that this statue honors, was the main person responsible for the beautiful bridges we have in the game, the cooking system, the fishing system. She did some amazing work with those. And look at this huge port. All of these ships. So many caravels. My goodness, this must be some kind of market. Just look at that. Huge. All of those Nars. What the heck is going on? Maybe this is a shipbuilder that actually sells ships to players. Who knows? I'm pretty sure I've seen that that castle on a screenshot somewhere. Oh, and there's like there's some desert. Okay, let's look at the map again. And there's a little patch of desert right there. Right there. So I'm wondering if this sand here is this little patch right here. Of course, people can change the biomes of the land, so players are able to, like, if this used to be grass, they could have turned it to sand at some point as well. So this is, of course, you know, the map might have changed, and they don't update these maps according to the biomes that players set them to. And what do we have over here? There's a lighthouse. And somebody's stables. That looks pretty cool. I have to go actually have a little bit of a closer look now. Oh, they have some, a venerable fat burger prince. What the heck? A gigantic bison called Burger Prince. Yeah, that looks really nice. I like how they've done those stables over there. So for those who don't play Wurm, all the buildings you see, they're all player created. Anything man-made is pretty much player created in this game. All the ships you see, all the roads. The only thing that's made by the game, like from the get-go, is like the towns, the starter towns, and even some of those. What the heck? These huge creatures in here, champions. Venerable fat champion deer, Uber Papa, Big Daddy, Uber Mama. What the heck? Jay, yes, it's about a sandbox as you can get. Yes, very, very sandboxy, much more sandboxy than Legends of Aria or Ultima Online. Way, way more sandboxy than those. And what is this huge castle somebody's built? My goodness. What the heck? What's with all those arches? I guess they're sort of using them as like a decorative element. Let's just go through underneath the bridge. Oh, you made that statue, Du Jensen. Cool. So was that your deed actually with Titch? Somebody's done some pixel art here to out of walls to leave there. I'm not sure what that HOS is, like what it stands for, but there seems to be a huge city here. That's an interesting way to use the fences. Never seen anything quite like that. Not sure if it's the most attractive thing, but it's different, that's for sure. And there seems to be is that house painted or is it actually decaying? Haas Harbor Workshed. It almost looks like that house is decaying. Lots and lots of bears around here. Gonna have to keep my eye on them. This clearly looks like it's decaying. Okay, that little alarm meant that I need to eat my antibiotics. I have to eat them 3 times a day for 3 weeks. So I'm just gonna have to... But there's so many bears around here. I have a sneaking suspicion that that's actually decaying. So let's try and find that bay first. So we'll try and find this little area that dips in like so. And I'll park the boat there and I'll get my medication after that. Yeah, oh, it is decaying in your opinion, Du Johnson, right? Yeah, I know, Garazdranghi, right? The construction abilities. Like, of course, you end up with a lot of stuff that looks just plain ugly. Like, I'm not sure if I'm a fan of that that edge there. Looks sort of very man-made, kind of artificial. Okay, so here is a little bay. But you can definitely see a lot of beautiful stuff as well, obviously, as well. And that was your deed, Du Johnson. I see. Oh, gosh. I'm going to have to go visit that then after we're done. And HOS means Hill of Swedes. Well, there you go. So, yeah, I was on the right track. It looks like my navigation wasn't too far off. We have found that bay, guys. And now we're sort of slowing down a bit because I guess the wind is pushing against us. Let's just check the weather. The gale is coming from the southeast, yes, so the wind is pushing right against us right now. Hello, Fenke. So you're asking how creative can you get with building? So basically, the buildings are built. You can see when I mouse over that, they're built wall by wall, and layer by floor by floor. And there's many different types of wall types that you can choose from. They have different shapes as well, like different types of windows, and you can mix and match them however you like, really. So one person has put like stone for the bottom, and then the timber or whatever it's called for the tops. There's an impressive looking bridge, my goodness. Somebody seems to have painted to make this sort of like, they've painted different colors for their walls. So you can also dye the houses, or they call it paint in this game. Sometimes it looks really nice and sometimes it doesn't look so nice. Like for instance, that green over there, in my opinion, doesn't look so great. The tone of it is kind of like really fake. This looks, of course, intimidating. It's not anything I would do myself, but if you wanted to make an intimidating looking building, that's certainly intimidating for a sort of villainous kind of character, right? I like how they, this looks really cool actually, the way oh, how have they done that actually? So they have a rose hedge, and then they have, how in the heck is that done? Rose hedge. Oh, and they have like bridges. Interesting. Now that is, I know I keep on saying like bad things about the design choices, but here's something that's very, very interesting. I've never seen anyone do anything quite like this. They've used a lot of bridges in here. I want to actually go and explore this place before we go forward. That looks very cool. Let's just stop off here and see if we can actually get inside. It could be that all these gates are closed and locked. Let's see. Oh, we can actually get inside. Ooh. Now I like this place. Very pretty, my goodness. And I love the use of like, so they've made a bridge that they never finished to make it look like it's this kind of like garden, how would you say, what's that sort of like wooden structure that you can put like vines on and like grapevines and stuff like that to grow on? That looks really, really nice. I would have never thought of doing that. So they have a wooden bridge that they never like completed, and it gives this really nice impression. My goodness, that looks really cool. Let's just explore this place a little bit. And there you can see the rendered wall types, which they're one of the ones I like actually the most in the game. And the rendered really looks nice with those banners as well. It's like a cute little castle. Let's just go and have a look inside. Very cozy. Very, very cozy. I like it. Yeah, a gazebo. Yes, that's the word I was looking for. So you were asking Fenke about the about any physical limitations on building. There are. But when you said, like, for instance, a bridge. Can you make a bridge so bad that it falls, or isn't it allowed to be built? So when you say falls, do you mean that it would just be like so weakly structured, or like that it's badly designed that it would collapse because it was so badly designed? No, it would not let you actually do that, no. Oh, this looks so cozy. They have a little alchemy spot here. They have her, yeah, it's like a little alchemy spot here. This is a very cool deed, guys. I actually want to explore the whole place now. Very, very cozy. Not quite sure what that is supposed to be. Yeah, I'm not a fan, I have to say. I'm not a fan of the dyed house walls. They just don't look like authentically some kind of little house for their wagons and carts. So some places are off limits, so those are the stables. I'm guessing all these doors are locked though. Yeah, okay. But we can peek through the windows at least. And be a real snoop. What have they done with those boats over there? They have a whole bunch of boats and like all this garbage just sitting on top of each other over there. Oh, there's a little... I'm gonna have to go on this side. And hello, Bayo. Well now, that is quite an introduction. It sounds like you enjoy life. Welcome to the stream. And I didn't know you could actually paint the hedges. Or I'm wondering, what? They've painted like these hedges blue? Now this looks kind of okay. The brown thing, that still looks like it could be realistic. The blue, not so sure about that one, or that sort of turquoise color. Let's go see if we can get inside this castle. Oh, crap. How the hell did that come there? Sorry about that, guys. Thanks for noticing that. I'm not sure. I think I think what must have happened, Garazrengi, is I pressed because I have them on keybind. They're keybound the different overlays or the scenes in OBS. Yeah. No, I'm not sure what happened. Thanks for pointing that out. I hadn't even noticed. Yeah, I need to make an overlay like that for Wurm as well. I did start actually working on it today, but it's quite a time-consuming thing to make one of those. Yeah, okay, well, I'm pretty happy with my exploration of this place. But yeah, pretty nice place, I have to say. They have some really nice solutions to make things look super cozy. And they have a few benches here, and like formed in a circle, it seems. All it's really needing, you know what would be really nice in the middle of this? Oh, they have a meditation rug in the middle. And thank you for the follow back. Or is that a Q or is that a O? My old eyes are trying to say that's an O. I'll just call you BA for short. So, BA, do you play Wurm, or how did you end up actually on my stream? I don't think I've ever seen you here before. So yeah, we're gonna hop on our ship and continue over here. So my navigation senses were working to some extent. So the mountain that I have to climb, I guess, is this one right here. Let's park the ship, and I'm gonna go take my antibiotics before I forget. Before I completely forget to do that. Seems to be a bit of a harbor over here. So Garazrengi, you can pave, you know how you can pave the tiles? You can pave corners, and that's how you get those diagonal ones. So using the same materials, but then you just choose pave corner. Let's park the ship right over here. Get out the old mooring anchor, and I wonder if that gate is actually open. Oh, and also for unloading the... I have to check and see. Well, I have to go and... let me just go grab my medicine, and I'll be right back, and we'll see whether I can actually unload the creature cage here. Okay, I'm back. And BA, you were saying that my stream came up on the smaller communities recommended for you. Really? Now that's interesting. That's the first time I've ever heard of my stream showing on something like that. So I've been streaming now for about a year, and I've never heard anyone say that before. So that's really cool to see that it showed up like that. I wonder, like, does Twitch just have a script that chooses those at complete random, or do they look at some metrics of a stream? You know, maybe, I don't know, growth of a stream, or how long a stream has been up without a certain amount of followers or something. I don't know. I'm gonna have to look that up. And I'm glad you find it relaxing. Yeah, we're usually very chill and very friendly here on this stream. And Wurm, so you were saying that you have not heard of Wurm? Or you have never really played Wurm? So BA, do you know anything about Wurm? I can give a little explanation for you and for others who don't know anything about Wurm. And hello, Destro. Welcome back to the stream. So, we've been streaming now for about 2 hours. I can't believe the time has gone so fast. But to be honest, we're still at the rather beginning part of the stream in regards to. Oh my gosh! Look at that huge tortoise over there. In regards to this adventure, so Destro, I'm just going to show you where this all started. So we have, so in the very beginning of the stream, I was just making my preparations for the journey. So I was packing all the stuff I need for our trip, and the first hour very, very easily went to that. And then we used this thing that I put together with the help of coffee to pick a destination, which puts a marker on a random spot in any of the Wurm servers. And the marker ended up on the spot that you see in the lower right there. And so what we've done so far is we have sailed from Xanadu, the bottom of Xanadu, over to Deliverance, and then we've sailed here along the western coast, and we've just come here into this bay. So we're right there now, and here's the destination we need to get to. So I've just parked my ship here, and we're gonna start going up there, and we'll see if we can get to the spot. And every week we will try and get to a different location. We'll again use that random map marker system and choose a new spot and see where we end up. BA, yes, yeah, that's pretty much it. So BA, have you ever played Ultima Online or Legends of Arya? It's very, very similar to those Sandbox MMOs. And it was created originally by, of course, BA, you probably know Minecraft, right? Like, who doesn't know Minecraft? So the guy who made Minecraft, Notch, he and his friend Rolf, they were like buddies living in Sweden way, way, way back in the day, way, way, way before Minecraft. And Rolf and Notch decided that they want to make an MMO together, a sandbox MMO together, so they started making Wurm Online. And then they sort of wanted to take Wurm into a different direction, and they sort of felt differently about what direction it should go into. So Notch left the Wurm team. He went off to make Minecraft after that. So yeah, this is a very old MMO. I've been playing it for years. I absolutely love it. And I'm very finicky. I'm very picky about the MMOs I've played. I've played a lot of MMOs, and this is the only one that really holds my interest from year to year to year. So you've played Black Desert Online and Old School RuneScape. Okay, well, you've played RuneScape, so you totally know about the sort of skill system, right? So I never played RuneScape. I tried it a little bit, but I know RuneScape is very much based on Ultima Online. So think of this game like a 3D version of RuneScape. RuneScape was 3D though, wasn't it? Yeah, it was. But think of this as a sort of like 3D version. Imagine Ultima Online would have made a baby together with Minecraft. That's basically what you have here. So it's a medieval themed sandbox where you can terraform, so players have the possibility to actually change the landscape. So they can, if somebody wanted to mine down that entire mountain, they could actually do that. If somebody wanted to create an island in the middle of the sea, they could actually do that. So, and players can change the biomes as well. So if they want to change all of this to grass or to sand or to a forest, they could do that. So like Minecraft in that sense, but it's an MMO. Yeah, Destro, something like that. Yeah. Hello, Madnath. Nice to see you. Madnath, you were wondering just how much it would take to buy Wurm Online off the game box. I have no idea what that is. So Destro, 7 Days to Die, I've never played that, but is that like a survival PvP kind of game? Possibly. This has PvP servers as well, but... nice, Badnath. Anyhow, so where did we leave off? We wanted to check. We should get going before the sun goes down completely. So this is within the village. Okay, we're gonna have to find a spot where we can actually unload our creature cage. And since this land is owned by somebody here, maybe we can't actually unload our creature cage. So let's go over here and see whether or not this land over here is private or free. My guess is that it's all deeded, though. We'll see. So, but in that game, Destro, is it so that you... Yeah, that's also in a village. Okay, let's find another spot then. Off more to the wild. My guess, though, Destro, is that, isn't it in most of those survival type PvP games that you start a session, you try and get through the session alive, and then the next time you play, you start with a completely new character, and like it's a new session then? Or am I mistaken? Because, of course, this is an MMO, so this is, you know, you have the one and same character for years and years and years, so it's different in that sense. Okay, I wonder about this land over here. Is that wild land or is that owned by anyone? So the problem is I have a creature cage in my ship that has a horse, and I need to be able to unload the creature cage onto some land that is not owned by anyone so that I can actually get my horse out. Oh, I see, Destro. I didn't know that. Right. This is within the perimeter of Buccaneer Harbor. Okay. Let's get this sounds good enough. Let's just moor the ship. Like so. Good. And we will unload the creature cage. Like so, and then get our halter rope handy. And there's a horsey. And let's just get back onto the ship quickly. Load that creature cage back. Because somebody could steal that if I just leave it there. As far as I know. I haven't checked whether... Does this thing have permissions? No. Oh, it does actually. So maybe somebody could not steal that actually. Then we're going to need to have some food with us. So let's take the small barrel with us. And then we will also... Do we have 20 cotton? I think is going to be more than enough. And now is the point where I think I'm going to leave all those... I should probably leave the money behind as well. And cotton, let's just combine those. And then let's leave all of our tools. We might want to keep a shovel and a pickaxe, just to be on the safe side. And maybe the carving knife as well. Let's eat up as well before we start off. What's our weight at right now? 97. How is it so bloody heavy? What the heck is... Oh, it's the small barrel weighing us down. Okay. So I think what I'll do actually is I'm just going to... let's just set this measuring jug. I'm going to empty the water from this. So it's actually that small barrel weighs 60 kilograms. So I definitely don't want to be hauling that up a mountain. So let me just... Let's drink first, and then I'm going to pour out, and I'm going to measure some water into that. So pour on the ground. That we're now at 53 kilograms, which is much better. And then we will just adjust this measuring jug to set volume to, gosh, I'm not sure what would be good for water. Set volume to 2 kilograms. Let's just get off here. And now, if I just take that and get some water here, fill, and we put that into the barrel. I'm trying to get my head around, is 2 kilograms enough to actually take with us, guys, for drinking if we go up a mountain? I can't remember now. Let me just take 10 in total. If need be, I can always then just empty some out with the measuring jug later on. Okay, cotton for healing, booze for stamina, and the next thing we're going to need is to cut some grass so that we can tame this horse to put a saddle on it. Let's cut another bit of grass. So like I was saying earlier, every single thing you see in the game except the sky is something you can actually interact with and use. So even the grass, you can right click that and pick some grass, cut some grass. So now, oh, you know what I forgot to take is a lantern, of course. I forgot to take a lantern, damn it. Okay, so can I actually tame while I'm leading this horse? Let's see. Yeah, you can. Okay, good. So it doesn't start to run off on me. Now there's always the danger that the horse will get aggressive as I'm trying to tame it. But we should be okay. Oh. Is it tame now? Okay, let's try this again. And I'm glad you like that, Destro. It's a playlist you can see from my Spotify button. So there's the Spotify button on my stream's front page, and when you press that, there's all my playlists, and there's one called, you know, I think I have to actually. Oh, let's try this again. I wonder if I cannot be leading the horse while I'm trying to tame it. It keeps on ignoring my commands, or else that just means that I'm failing at these attempts. Oh, now we got it. There we go. And now we can put the saddle on the horse. Now the saddle on the horse is like super important, because not only will it make me go faster with the horse, but also if I, you know, if something happens, let's say I get disconnected somehow from the game, then the horse is going to be right there where I left it. And it will not start wandering off. Like that would be the last thing you would want on like a mountain, right? So, looking at that map, guys, looking at the map, I'm assuming that that mountain that we see right over there is now the mountain that we need to get to. And now that we're in this bay right here, we're just going along here. I guess we just need to keep on going north. And I'm not going to bother killing that bear, even though he is attacking me. I'm glad we still have some sunshine though. Let's see if we can make it by dark. So, BA, you were asking what's the difference between Wurm Online and Wurm Unlimited. So, Wurm Online is the original MMO, and it's of course run and, you know, managed and so forth by the actual Wurm team. Whereas Wurm Unlimited is that came much later, so they made a standalone version of Wurm. Pretty much exactly the same game. The only thing is that the servers in Wurm Unlimited, they're run by players, so there's not going to be any official servers run by the Wurm team there. So when you play on somebody else's Wurm server, of course, there's always the risk that they decide to shut it, but you can also make your own server and or else make a private server that just you and your friends play on. But I myself, I play on the MMO version because I just I like MMOs much more. Oh, there's a troll over there. We could try and kill it, couldn't we? Yeah, he's running right at me. Let's I ain't afraid of no trolls anymore. I used to be, but I'm quite okay with I'm pretty okay. Let me just get the target window showing as well. There we go. So we can actually see how things are progressing. Well, we're pretty even now. I'm trying to do some special moves on him called focus. Yeah, it's not going quite as well as I would have hoped. Do I have all of my... Yeah, I have my sword that has life transfer. I have all my armor on. Not quite sure why I'm not doing so well against this. Oh, he is an aged troll. So something to know for those who don't play Wurm or who know very little about Wurm is that like everything has an age. All the trees, the grass, the animals, the mobs. So this is an aged troll, and the older they get, the tougher they get actually in battle. So a venerable is the oldest phase that they have, and they're like at their most dangerous. And I do believe aged was the phase just before venerable. Okay, now we're finally getting somewhere. So my life transfer sword has been healing me. You see, when I hit him, I get like it transfers some health from him to me. So for Garazdranghi and for coffee, I really, if there's anything I recommend you guys actually purchasing from like a market, is to go and get yourself a life transfer, a weapon with life transfer enchantment on it. Did we get anything? No, just like a club. Oh my gosh, aged champion troll. There is like no way in hell. There is no way in hell I can manage against that guy. That is for sure. Oh my gosh, and he's fast. Go, 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 horsey, horsey, go. And we don't even have a lantern with... Where did he go now? He's back there. Oh my gosh. Yeah, he's too tough for me. Absolutely way too tough. Okay, let's try and figure out our navigation here. And was there another troll over there somewhere? I'm getting paranoid now. So this road seems to at least go upwards, which is a good thing if we're going to go up to that mountain. Is this the mountain, actually, that I'm meant to go up to? This could be the mountain, guys. So this trip might end up actually being much easier. Yeah, this is the mountain. This is the mountain. So how handy is that? Well, it's kind of like a disappointment at the same time that this trip ended up actually being much easier than I was expecting, because this road is actually leading right to that very spot on that we see marked on the map. Just the left side of the mountain. And it's right there. And we're not at the bottom of it either. We're definitely getting up here higher. So yeah, let's go and see what's up there then. And Fenke, yeah, very well could have been Age of Empires playing there, because I have soundtracks from various MMOs and from different games. The one unifying factor for all of the songs is I wanted beautiful, scenic, music that, well, scenic is not really a word you would use for audio, right? But you get what I mean. That kind of atmospheric music that is just perfect for adventuring and exploring. Yeah, dude, Jensen, I think you're right. I don't think my priest would have been able to manage. Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking there. Even considering taking... We have... Let's get rid of this scorpion. There's like a bear after me as well. I'm not so worried about the bear. Oh, there's actually 3 things after me right now. So we'll start killing off the scorpion. And we can use the black wolf and the bear to sort of replenish our health. Because they are much easier to suck the life transfer with. So I can actually heal myself with the wolf. I know, as crazy as that sounds. And sometimes if you go to a very dangerous area, it's almost worth leading a few cows with you or something that's super easy to kill, so you can get the life transfer from them. So I'll just show you what I mean here. I'll just change the target over to the wolf, and you'll see I will get some life transfer from the wolf to me to heal me. See that? So I'll just heal myself up with the wolf, like so. And maybe we'll do the same thing with the bear, just so we can get rid of it. Let's get up a bit higher ground from the bear. It's beneficial to be a bit higher up. You will get like a bonus in your damage. And you can see that bear life transfer is working nicely as well. And then I'll only have one target after that. We can just take care of the scorpion after that. Yeah, Madnath, you know, I haven't really paid any attention to the journal myself. I should, maybe that could be a fun thing to do on one of the streams, is to try and get some of the journal stuff done, actually. I've completely overlooked that as a fun thing to do. And if I didn't already say so, DeskJet, welcome to the stream. Nice to see you again. You're saying, poor troll, kill him. There we go. Oh, there's a goblin after me as well, is there? Okay, he must be up higher. Oh, there he is. Look at all these monsters, all attacking me. Nasty little dudes. Now, if I'm lucky, this goblin will actually drop a skull, his skull. And those make for some really nice decorations, actually. I've never gotten a skull myself from a goblin. So let's see if we have some good luck here. By the way, guys, for those of you who play Wurm a lot, you know how you can get the recipes as loot sometimes from the mobs? Do those drop only from the humanoids, or can you get them from animals as well? Like, I often never even bother checking the corpses of the animals. Yeah, the skull cup is super nice. So, let me see. Did we get one? No skull. Well, do I have to butcher it, actually? Did I take a... didn't take a butchering knife, but I do have a carving knife with me. Oh, we have an aged goblin after us now as well. What the hell? What's up with all these mobs? Just one after the other attacking me. And to be honest, like, I can't really believe... I can't understand, like... So many mobs have been attacking me that how I'm not doing, like, worse. Because, like, a year ago, I would have been dead meat by now. So, humanoids only. Okay. And we have a bear after us as well. What the heck? Where are they all coming from? Let's just check the goblin first. Nope, nothing. I might have to actually butcher them. That would make sense, right? That you would have to butcher to get the skull, because it's like a body part. So we'll butcher them in a moment. Thankfully, in Wurm, things don't decay very quickly. So these corpses are going to be laying here for days, weeks even. So there's no hurry to get them butchered, thankfully. Yeah, I should do that, shouldn't I, Madnath? The journal thing, I should. And there's some nice rewards that you were listing there. Destro, they don't know what a nice person I am. Well, I have my evil side. They're getting a taste of my evil side, right? Okay, nothing attacking us now, thank goodness. So let's butcher this guy and see if we get a skull. Yeah, Du Jensen, to be honest, oh, we got a goblin skull, guys. Oh my gosh. It weighs 3 kilograms, though. Let's try from the other one. You know what's interesting, Du Jensen, is all of these years, I always knew that you can use a sword to butcher. I just never knew you could use a carving knife. And I was watching Coffee play the game. Oh, now there's a bear after us. I'm just going to butcher this guy first. I was watching, I guess it doesn't allow me to. I'm supposed to, it wants me to prioritize the attack, but like I was watching Coffee play the game one day, and there was something that he needed to butcher, and I was just about to tell him that, hey, Coffee, because he didn't have a butchering knife, I was about to tell him that you can use your sword to actually butcher that, but then he himself just decided to try with the carving knife, and I was like thinking to myself, like, wow, I never knew you could actually use a carving knife to butcher. I thought it was only the sword and the actual butchering knife. So that was news to me. And then I never bothered to actually, I'm not sure if I bothered to then tell Coffee about the sword or not. Maybe I might have. But yeah, so there's something new. I wonder if it's always been that way or whether they changed it at some point. Yeah, Coffee, the benefit, so you might be wondering, like, why would I make a butchering knife if I can just butcher with a carving knife or a sword? And the thing is that apparently, if I've understood correctly, a butchering knife will yield a higher, the chance for a higher quality results. So if you wanted to get a high level pelt, for instance, or high level leather or whatever. Okay, now let's butcher this guy and see what we get. Do we get another skull? I'm really happy about the skull though, guys, like a super oh, we got a second one. What in the world? Guys, I've never gotten these myself. Never. I've gotten some as gifts or else I've won them in like some giveaways, but I've never gotten them as you know what we should do, guys? We should also butcher actually for just in case we need some healing covers. Well, we're almost done though. We almost got to the top of the spot that we meant to go to. But healing covers are a nice emergency thing if your cotton is not properly healing you. So let's just take some healing cover ingredients here as well. And let's have a look what's inside. Oh, hold on. Oh, it's over here somewhere. There it is. Meat. A tooth. Okay. Yeah, we can make a healing cover from a tooth and a paw, that's for sure. Let's check this guy as well. So what do the skulls do? You can make a very cool item from them. So let me show you guys. I will show you here on my worm list. So household items, dishes, and you can make this skull cup. Look at that. Check that out. And you need the goblin skulls to make these. So what you need for one of these is you need activate all, right click goblin skull, and then create cooking utensils. And you need wires, beeswax, a whole bunch of ingredients for that. Yeah, I've never made one of those cups myself, but the reason I'm so happy about that is because I have a little restaurant and bar, and those will be perfect for the bar, right? Absolutely perfect. So I'm very, very happy to get those skulls. I've been trying for years, literally. I've just never gotten any. Okay, so this is, let's just go up and see where this takes, because we're actually on the spot, guys, on that map. We have arrived at our destination, so we might as well see what somebody has up here. I was just expecting it to be in the middle of nowhere, but this is one of the smaller servers, so it's a little bit more like populated. So, oh, here comes a hellhound. Now, I used to be super scared of these guys. Again, let's go up a bit higher ground so we can manage in this fight. These guys used to kill me in my streams all the time, but I do kind of okay against them these days. But they used to kill me all the time. Like each stream it was like, okay, Cats got killed by a hellhound again. What else is new? And Madnath, you're saying any blade can be used to butcher. Well, what do you know? I could swear, Madnath, that I tried back in my early Wurm days. I could swear I tried, but I couldn't butcher with anything else except the sword and the butchering knife. I wonder if I'm just imagining things, or has it always been that way, that you could use any blade? Oh, you were also saying that you're likely to get a higher quality item with a butchering knife, right? So at least I was correct about that thing. Coffee. A new side of you. Yeah, we did absolutely fine against this guy. And always worth butchering these hellhounds, because they drop something that you can't get very easily, which is charcoal. It's a pain in the ass to make charcoal yourself, and this is very high level charcoal as well. So let's just take that for ourselves also. Okay. So what do we have up here? Somebody has built, it's again a shame I don't, well, the road takes us up even a little bit higher, so let's just go see. Is this the end point now? Yeah. It's a shame that it's so dark now, and there's a troll over there. It's a shame that it's so dark now we can't really see the landscape properly, but you can see that there's a beautiful view from up here. I just wish we would have gotten started our journey a little bit earlier, then we could have like enjoyed that view a bit better. Somebody's pig. Let's see if this is open. No, locked. So somebody has a house right in this very spot of that map marker. But would you say, Du Jensen, so now I'm going to ask your expertise about navigation. Would you say, Du Jensen, that we're now pretty much on that spot of the map marker? Did I make it to my destination successfully from your point of view? If Du Jensen is still around, let me just see. Yes, he is. You think I did? Okay, yay, nice. Nice. Okay, so, I don't know. How do you guys feel about... Oh, I ended up in a mine. What's going on down here? And I don't have a lantern, so I sort of basically dropped down, guys, into their mine. Can I still get up out of here? I can. It's a shame that I didn't bring a lantern. I totally forgot. I was just going to say that since we already got to our location so easily, that maybe we could try and find out how to get up there. Somebody seems to have something at the top of the mountain there. But my son actually came to say he's going to bed. Well, he's going to bed in about an hour, so we do still have an hour. So we could try and explore a bit and see if we could find a way how to get up there. Now, it could be that the entrance to get up there is actually a tunnel. We could go and see what's inside this tunnel. I'm guessing that this tunnel right here is the person's, like, mining tunnel. Let's see where it goes. Madnath, yes. I do have... Oh, and they started building like a house and it's super dark down here. That's the only problem. Damn it, why didn't I take my lantern? Was there a way you could make like, oh, there's a rat after us. There was a way to make a torch, right? I've never made a torch in the game. You need moss, was it? Or was it peat? Let me just check here. Torch. That rat is super easy to kill, so I'm not even worried about that. Torch. Activate shaft, right click tar. Ah, shaft, tar, and moss is what you need. I mean, we could try that. We could try and see if we can find some tar, some moss, and a shaft we can get by just chopping down a tree. And we can do that. I don't have a hatchet with me, but I do have a shovel, and we can use that as a emergency hatchet. So let's see if we can find, because this darkness sucks big time. Let's see if we can find some moss tiles and some tar tiles so we can get a bit of light. I've never actually made a torch, guys, in this game. Can you believe it? Never made a torch. I could swear I saw some moss earlier on. Oh, and there's another goblin, guys. We are going to take down that goblin like no tomorrow. And he's handily a bit lower than I am. Oh my gosh, Madnath, that sounds super handy. Yeah, that would be awesome. I mean, my goodness. That would be super awesome to have something like that. So nobody uses lanterns anymore. Everyone has like a rune on their headgear, do they? I didn't even know that there was such a thing. Is there something still attacking me? Oh, there's another goblin. Like, imagine if I got four goblin skulls in this one, like, trip. I wonder if they've increased the amount of, you know, the loot so that you have a better chance at getting them these days, because I kid you not, I've killed tons of goblins over the years. I've never gotten a skull before. Okay, let's see. Oh, there's a aged lava spider down there as well. No, just meat. Humanoid meat. What do we have over here? You have to head off, Coffee. Okay, thanks so much again for the help with the map thingy. And oh, we got another skull, guys. And thanks for spending some time with us here tonight, Coffee. You're always such a joy to talk to, and I hope you have a good evening, and talk to you later. Okay, so should we kill that lava spider? They used to also... So we got a third skull, guys. A third skull. How cool is that? How cool is that? And I like to kill these guys as well because they also have a chance of dropping the charcoal. So let's see if we can get some charcoal off this thing. Something else? Oh, there's a scorpion. I thought I heard something attacking me from the back there. And you guys might think that, you know, looking for those of you who haven't played Wurm, you might be looking at this and thinking, wow, like she's not having any like troubles killing all these mobs. But I kid you not, that's still about, yeah, it was about a year ago when I started streaming. I kid you not, like I would just die constantly. And then I finally you know, got around to making some better armor. Aged Raging Scorpion. Oh my gosh. I hope it's not too tough on me. Aged Raging Scorpion does not sound very, very good. So it's taken me literally years to get to this point where I could just kill the mobs like this. Years. Hello, Purple Gerbil. I'll leave the poor lava spider be. No, I need some charcoal from that guy. Well, Madna, that's very kind of you. Yeah, I don't think I'm wearing any jewelry. I don't think I've ever worn any jewelry in Wurm, to be honest. Yeah, I don't have any jewelry. That goes neck. Yeah, in that slot. He keeps the ice mosquitoes at bay. Well, it's too late. He's dead. And he's just waiting to give me some of his charcoal. Yeah, I'm doing okay against this raging scorpion as well. Achievement Silver Silencer. Well, what do you know? Butcher? Let's see what we get off this guy. Ah, that's true, Fenke. That's true. Lava Spider Heart. Nah. All I wanted was some charcoal. Okay, so what we're gonna do... I don't want to get lost either, but let's head north and see if we can find some moss tiles and some tar tiles. And I'm just curious to make one of those torches. I really am now. I feel possessed now that I want to see if I can... to see what it actually looks like. I don't even know what the torch looks like. There's a wolf, but I'm not going to bother with that thing. There's a hellhound over there. Desk chat. No, I was protecting the citizens of Deliverance. Protecting. What do you mean? Hey, there's some tar, guys. I'm glad I took my... thank goodness I took my shovel with me. This is exactly what I needed. Excellent. Perfect. I'm guessing this is on wild land as well. Yes, part of the lands of Wurm. So let's dig up some tar. How much tar did you actually need for a torch? 1 kilogram, okay. Where is the pile going? It's there. So that's already 3 kilograms. Okay, well we'll take all three bits with us. We can throw away the extras later on. And then let's see if we can find some moss now. We could chop down a tree for a shaft at this point, I guess. Maybe this lemon tree would be nice and easy to chop down. It's shriveled. Oh, that's shriveled. It's not going to give us actually any wood. Let's chop down this lemon tree, for instance. And yeah, this is a tip for newbies as well. If you don't have a hatchet, you can actually chop down using... I think you can use a sword as well, but you can also chop down with a shovel. They will take more damage. Your tools will take more damage than a hatchet would, though. And it takes a longer time to chop it down as well. Do Jensen. Oh, Madnath is offering you a ring. Not like that, Jensen. Not like that. And Fenke, you're thinking mostly of Tibia, Ultima Online, RuneScape. For this sort of like fighting system. Yeah, it is very old school in this game, isn't it? Oh, damage only 28. Oh, this is going to take forever. I should have taken a hatchet. I should have known. I should have known. With a hatchet, I would have gotten this tree down in one swipe. And for new players of the game, you can double-click the tile that the tree is on to check your progress. So now we can see, for instance, that as I'm double-clicking this, you can see the damage amount that it's taken so far. So it's going very slow, like 28, 35, 42. I wonder if a sickle would be better. $49. So only 14 more skill to go in prayer, Madnath, until what? What happens? Do you get to do some kind of spell that you wanted? $63 damage. Ah, 70 prayer for the journal. I see, I see. You know, guys, by the time we actually get a torch done, it'll probably already be morning. So what is the time now? It's 23:33 in Wurm, so it's just nearing midnight. So it's going to be dark still for some time. So it's absolutely worth it if we can find some... Okay, 77 damage. Not too much more to go. All we need is some moss after this. I'm really curious to see how that torch looks, guys. I've never seen one in Wurm. Never. And you would think that that's just like a basic thing, right? $84 damage. 91 damage. And here's also a tip for Wurm newbies. So I have this this black wolf as a target because that was the last thing that attacked me. To empty this, and it's worth emptying because you want to notice when something is attacking you. But to get this away so it's just like empty, you can just right click anything and just choose no target and it will empty it. So next time you go and run around, if something attacks you, you'll see immediately from the target window that, oh, something's like after me. That's something I didn't know for a long time. Okay, we chopped down the lemon tree. Oh, we have a troll. Well, there you go. See how it like automatically added that now? I should probably get on the horse. We're gonna get a little bit of a bonus from the horse. Actually, I have to do a no target quickly and then lead the horse. Hold on. There we go. And this horse started attacking as well. I wonder if the horse has taken any no, it hasn't taken any damage, thank goodness. So if you're wondering, if you're a new player to Wurm and you're wondering like how your horse, you can check the health of your horse, you would right click it and look in equipment, and then you would see there if it had any damage on any of its body parts. So yeah, since I tamed this horse, it's also attacking the troll actually. I had to tame it to get the saddle on it. I have no idea actually on whether or not the horse is actually helping with the battle, like whether how much like damage it does. I don't think it probably hardly does any damage at all. Purple. Of course he's mad. You just dropped down his only fruit tree. Yeah, I guess so. I don't even see the log for it though. Oh, it's over there. There it is. Let's just take that before we forget. I should probably get up on higher ground as well, shouldn't I? Yeah, finding that tar was actually super lucky because it's sometimes super hard to find tar tiles in the wilderness. And players, a lot of times, they will build deeds over top of the tar. Well, not over top, but like they will include it in their deed because they, of course, players want some tar on their deed because you need it for a lot of things. Yeah, it is. But the troll doesn't seem to be paying any attention to the horse, thankfully. Okay, did we get any scrolls? No. Okay, good. So, let's actually take care of that shaft business now. And I should drink up as well. So we do, I'm glad I did take that carving knife. Create. Construction material shaft. Let's get out the old crafting window actually. Okay, good. We got 2 shafts from that. We can just throw the rest away. And then let's get on our horse and see if we can find some moss. So this is just typical of Wurm, is that you start off by doing something and then you end up doing something completely different. Now let's keep our eyes peeled. Do we see any mossy tiles? And I don't want to get lost either. Oh, what is that bear? That looks strange, that bear. Old greenish brown bear. Was there any benefit, guys, from killing greenish critters? Or why does everyone want to always, like, fight the greenish ones? Do they give off anything special, or, like... Because every time, like, I see a worm stream and somebody spots a greenish creature, they're, like, all excited about it. So is there any benefit from that? Oh, I see, Malena. So harder to kill, so more fighting skill gained. I see. Okay, well, we'll kill this guy then. And let's put on our F sleep as well. Might as well, right? So the sleeping bonus. Oh, and now I've gone and caught a disease from that spider, it seems. Caught the clap. And I'm seeing, I was just checking like who all are in the chat, and I'm seeing a lot of names I've never seen before. So I'm just wondering if that thing, that thing is now, like whether other people have also found the stream through this like suggested streams. That person earlier, what was that person's name again? Let me see. Yeah, BA was saying that it was in their suggested streams, so I'm wondering if these people have found my Wurm stream through that as well. There's lots of new names, but anyhow, welcome to all of you who are new to my stream. I play MMOs on this stream, mostly Sandbox MMOs, so I'm playing Wurm Online today. Tomorrow I'll be playing some WoW Classic. I know that's not a Sandbox, but of course one of the MMOs. And then I also play Legends of Arya and also some other, I dabble with some other games as well. And I'm not a I'm more like a PvE person, not a PvP person, so I'm usually playing in PvE servers, exploring, crafting, taming animals, stuff like that. And today we've been on a grand adventure. We picked a random spot from the Wurm maps, and we ended up right here. So the marker you see on the lower right, the map generated a random spot right there, and we sailed off to from my home to come and see what this place is like. And it's just up the hill there. We already got to that spot, but now it's so dark that I actually want to make myself a torch because it's so dark, and I forgot to take my lantern with me. So I've already acquired the other parts that we need for a torch. We're just trying to find some moss tiles now and not get lost either. So maybe I should try and stay along this path so I can find my ship again. Because the thing is that in the map of Wurm, you do not see a marker for where you're located. You have to just keep an eye on like your location. Gosh, there's like tons and tons of critters over there. Let's just go and see what critters are over on the sands there. What is that? What's that? So it's an aged hell scorpius. I'm trying to think of if I've ever killed one of those. Before I even try, let me just take care of this spider that attacked me first. This should be relatively easy. Adolescent rabid hyena? I've never seen a hyena before. I don't think they have hyenas on Xanadu. So that would be something like unique. Is that a whatchamacallit? The sort of lava like humanoid guy. So actually, you know, this is turning more into like a fighting adventure more than anything, because I want to try killing those things over there. You could totally do a geocache destro, and believe it or not, but I have tried the geocache thing here in real life. I looked for, you know, there's that one website, I can't remember, it was like 10 years ago, but we looked on the website's map of the location, or not the map, but like the coordinates and the hints of where they were in our immediate area, and we went to find some geocaches with my sons when they were smaller. It was pretty exciting. Okay, I wonder, I have no idea, guys, whether I can actually fight against one of these aged hell scorpiuses. And not to mention, okay, the rabid hyena is like, it's not a, that's surprising that it's not actually an aggressive creature. It's a blue creature, guys. What the heck is up with that? You would think that that would be for sure like a predator that would attack, right? So that's my first time seeing a hyena actually in Wurm. So I could actually, like if I wanted to, I could actually tame that. If I had the taming skill, and I could take that home as a pet with me. But I don't have the taming skill for that. Interesting. Hello, Coffee Kenny. Nice to see you again. How has your day been? Oh, there's different mobs per server, Madnath. I never knew that. So Celebration has boars. Oh, that's true. That's true, Purple, that they are scavengers and they... But aren't they predators to some extent? You would think that they would at least hunt smaller prey, right? But it is true that, of course, most of the time they're like just taking the leftovers of the lions and stuff, right? Do we have anything else attacking us? No. So we're doing absolutely fine against this, this aged hell Scorpius. I was kind of freaked out that whether I'm gonna be able to manage against it. It is hitting me quite hard though. But thankfully the life transfer sword is doing its duty and giving me some of that health back. And Goffy, a busy day at work for you, but you're now finally at home and chilling. Nice. Oh gosh, now it's doing quite a bit of damage actually. I need to start doing this focus thing. I keep on forgetting to do that. Now we can actually remove the destination thing, I think. Since we... Oh, no, we could keep it, I guess. It's kind of interesting to see what this... what it's like where we are right now. Aged Black Wolf. This guy is definitely tougher to kill than some of those earlier ones, that's for sure. Yeah, it definitely started helping when I did the focus. Will you guys believe that I didn't know about focus until I started streaming last fall, that I've been playing the game for years, and I had no idea about focus up till then. It was only because I was doing that stream where we went on the dragon hunt, and then everyone was saying that, yeah, like, use the focus, and I was like, huh? What? What are you guys talking about? There we go. Nice. Now let's just butcher this thing and see what we get. So Hell Scorpius Cochineal, I don't know how to say that. It is nice quality though, that you can make dyes from that, so let's just grab that actually. It's such a high quality one. So the higher the quality of the ingredients that go into a dye, the stronger color you're gonna get from the dye. Instead of a faded red, you would get like a venerable lava fiend. You would get, probably need to heal up before I go and kill anything else. So instead of a faded red, you would actually get like a bright red. So many little bites. Yeah, Coffee. So what ended up happening, and thanks for asking, by the way. Bae, you're asleep. Oh no. So Goffy, what ended up happening with my leg was that my suspicions were true. So after the stream, actually, I looked in the mirror and the redness had actually spread. So, and it started to have like a very burning sensation. So I knew that I had a skin infection. I knew it. And so what I did next was I looked up the thing that Lord Demeron was talking about, the whole bleach and water and baking soda thing, and it's an actual thing that they do use in the medical to disinfect. So everything he said was correct. The only thing he might have been incorrect about was the fact that it had a name as well. What the heck was it called again? Let me just check. I think I have the name on my phone here. It's called Dakin's Solution. So you need to put water, bleach, and baking soda. You have to boil the water, and so I looked up, a whole bunch of information about it, and I tried that thing that he was suggesting to make that solution and put it on some gauze and then soak the spot with that solution. So they basically used this stuff back in the war times to disinfect soldiers like cuts and stuff like that. But they also use it in the hospital for open wounds, but it's more useful for open wounds than it is for the kind of thing I had. So anyhow, I went to the doctor the next day, Goffy, and the doctor prescribed antibiotics for me. So I actually have to take 3 pills a day for 3 weeks now. So we caught it in time, though. I mean, if I would not have gone to the doctor the next day. Oh, and just to say that the whole the Dakin's solution didn't do anything for my skin infection, so it didn't work for me. But it was interesting to find out about that. I didn't know anything about Dakin's solution. Anyhow, so I did have a starting infection, and we caught it early though, so I didn't have to have the whole hospital and intravenous antibiotic thing that I had to have the time before. So we caught it early enough, and now I'm on antibiotics. So yeah, gotta be careful with those scratches and stuff, and not scratch yourself or anything like that. Yeah, it's nasty stuff. So I'm not sure. Okay, we got rid of our disease here in the game as well. Let's just use the. I just want to have a look around here with my. Where the heck is my? I'm confused. Is it here? Ah, it's here. Spyglass. I had a whole bunch of stuff with me actually in my backpack. So I did have a butchering knife with me. Well, there you go. And I have a thermos with some water. Let's just actually pour that on the ground so it's not weighing me down. Yeah, I didn't even notice I had. And I have a lantern with me as well. Okay, so I was wondering about that. Looks like I had just put all of this stuff, and my good sickle is with me as well. I had just... Good grief, I didn't even notice I had all this stuff with me. Okay. So let's actually put all of this stuff into my... I'm still curious about the torch though. But for now, we will use some of that tar and just fill the lantern and then light that up to get a little bit of light. I will still keep my eyes on, there we go, that's much better, eh? I'll still keep my eyes on getting some moss though, because I'm super curious to see what a torch looks like in Wurm. So, aged sly troll. And Fenke, if you die in Wurm, well, whether or the badness of it sort of depends on where your body ends up. So for instance, this mountain you see over here. So let's say you were at the top of that mountain, and then you started to tumble down the mountain and you died midway. That would be super bad because it would be literally impossible for you to get your body back. Because what happens after you die is you get the possibility to resurrect at a nearby public town or else somebody's deed. So you have to have an understanding of where you are. So first of all, if you're lost when you die and you have absolutely no idea of your location, that can be pretty bad, because what you have to do after you resurrect at a town or a deed is you have to start heading back to your body. Now, if there's monsters killing you on the way, that's really bad, of course, because you have nothing to defend yourself with, nothing to heal yourself with. And also, if your body ended up in a really hard to reach place, you would have a very hard time getting back to it without some help from other people. And the way that people could help is, we got some mist now. The way that people could help is they could give you some booze, so you would have enough stamina to actually climb it up. And that happened to me once, actually, that a complete stranger actually mailed me some booze so that I could retrieve my body, which was very, very nice of them. What was I going to say next? But let's say if I died here in this spot, it wouldn't be so bad, even though there's a lot of monsters around. Because what you can do in Wurm is you can get stuff to chase you, like I can show you. If I get this old scorpion to chase me, so unlike most other MMOs in this game, this is like Ultima Online. So let's get these guys to chase me. So if I get them to chase me, I can drag them all the way over here, and they're not going to rubber band back like it happens in other MMOs, right? So I can just run all the way over here and lure these guys over, kite them over here, and they will stay. So they won't start heading back to their original point. They sort of wander around in this game aimlessly, and they don't sort of go instantly back. So you would always have the possibility to lure the monsters away so you could get to your body. Let's just kill this guy off because they're so fast. Yeah, that's another possibility if you have karma. Hello, Pyro. Welcome to the stream. Pyro, are you hold on. I think your name is a bit familiar. I think it is. You have been to my stream before, haven't you? Yeah, it is good that I caught it early, Coffee. Thank goodness. Because, man, it would have been just horrible to be bedridden for a whole month and have the nurses come and give intravenous antibiotics. And I was on a lot of antibiotics. It wasn't just the ones that the nurses were giving back then, but also I had to take oral antibiotics, another type on top of that at the same time. So it was really bad. So, yeah, about that stuff, Fenke. So there's no stat loss, but you do lose a little bit of your skills that you have accumulated. So a little bit of the skill points, but it's very minimal. And then you get those back as you do those skills again. And Ragtag, hello. So you went to the Ruins of Artificers. I remember you were asking about that before my stream started today, yeah. So you didn't find any items, eh, with the control? Yeah, I don't know how often they spawn there. Because you know, of course, that I did 2 trips over there. On the first trip, you saw the items, and you saw also the flute I got on the second trip. And this guy actually did a lot of damage to me. I'm almost halfway. So when I went Ragtag on my second trip there, I did not see the items that I had gotten the first time around, okay? So I wonder if they just spawn once And I was just lucky enough to grab them in time. I'm not sure. I mean, maybe they spawn once and then... I mean, they must respawn though, so people can go and grab them, right? It can't be just like a one time. Maybe it's if the server restarts or something. I don't know. Oh yes, we meant to actually heal ourselves here. Yeah, the nice thing, Fenke, about like getting, yeah, so you do have to get back to your body to get your stuff. But the nice thing is that you have there's no worries or hurries to do that. So you actually have several days. I forget the exact amount. Was it like 2 days, Madnath? Do you remember? So you do have a lot of time to find your body. Whereas, you know, in other games, you have to get to it in half an hour or an hour. You don't have much time, so there's all this panic to get to your body in time. So did you go back again, Ragtag? Are you going like for your second time there now? Really, Du Jensen? So 200 like 200 tiles. But 200 tiles actually... Oh, look at the mist, guys. How cool is that? Look at that. So we could go see that place, Du Jensen. We might as well. I love how the weather changes in this game, guys. It is so cool how the weather changes. You can actually sometimes get the mist so thick that you can't even see before you, like what direction to go into. So what direction would I have to go to Do Jensen's to find that place? Do you think it's still here? I guess it's not deeded, or did you give the deed over to somebody else? Just follow the road towards the west. Okay. So we're now, so this direction. Okay. Let's go see what we discover. And I guess we can... yeah, let me just turn off that destination thing. Just because it's a bit distracting from the mood of seeing this environment. And we already reached our goal. We found the destination. The mystery destination. Look at all those creatures, my goodness. We don't have spawn like this in South Xanadu, I can tell you that. It's still deeded. Okay, what's it called? So yeah, Ragtag, I with the prisoners I tried, first of all, I tried freeing them, and then I tried going into the portal that they made. It didn't take me anywhere. Then I tried taking them prisoner, but they just seemed to stay aggravated to me, or like aggroed to me. So it just felt like the only thing you could really do is just free them. I didn't see any other option to what to do with them. Did you figure anything out? Let's keep our eyes peeled for any moss. Du Jensen, do you remember if there's any moss in this area? Marquette Harbor, okay. Find route. I'm not seeing it here though. Marquette Harbor. Turn right now? Okay. Yeah, you have no idea if there's any moss in the area. Okay. Yeah, you couldn't figure it out either, Ragtag, right? Yeah, I don't know about those artifacts then. I'd like to know that myself as well, you know, like when is the next time that it's like worth going to check? But at least you can make some really good money there. I mean, those, the ones that are not superior, it was some like elder or... there was like this higher title, the higher you went there, they gave off some quite good money up at the top. And was it some kind of healer? Healers, I forget, were they priests or something like that? They were super easy to kill as well, and they gave off some nice money. Oh, here we are. Okay. So hold on. I wasn't paying attention, Du Jensen. So I'm at this intersection right now. So is this the... Hold on. It looks like the lemons are in season right now. Sure thing, Ragtag, sure thing. Ragtag, I was killing some pirates last night in Pirate's Grotto, and I've got now like several of those the alchemists, I forget the name of the... Hold on, I can look at it. Hold on. So I got several of these things. Hold on. Not that one. But yeah, these things, distillers. So I have 3 of them in total. Obviously, I want to keep one for myself, right? So, and I got one of those last night, actually. And I also got 2 different types of coffins as well. But these I have 2 extra of. So I'd be willing to sell at least one of them to you if you're interested. Oh, you have all the alchemy things. Okay. Many times over from killing the beholder. I see. Okay. So anyhow, Du Jensen, I passed it. Okay, so was it this place up here then? Let's go back. And the sun seems to be coming up now. So kind of late for trying to make a torch. So Du Jensen, you were growing a whole bunch of grapes, it seems. Were you making some wine for yourself? So this area up at the top? Was that your gate? Nice. It's a nice spot for sure. Let me just go and see the edge here, like what kind of view you had from your place. Did you have nice neighbors? Well, I guess that's not something you would want to... Like, if they were nasty, it's not like you would say, like, yeah, they were really assholes. So you had a whole bunch of levels going on here. Nice view of the sea. Oh, these houses here. So were these your houses? Like, did you give the deed or sell the deed to somebody? Or what's the state of these? Somebody owns these now, or... So, Du Jensen, do I understand that you've built all of these houses yourself? Let's have a look inside. There seems to be some beds. Some snowmen. You were part of a team. I see. And the other people have stayed here then. I see. Well, it's very cool to see where you've lived. And I guess that's that harbor. And I have to check the time because I promised my son. Yeah, it's 9:45. So what we'll do now is we'll actually head over back to see if I can find my way to my ship. But yeah, that was a fun little trip, guys. What did you guys think of that? Like, you've seen my worm, the sort of regulars around here. You guys have seen my worm streams before, right? So, how did you feel about this adventure? Was that fun that we chose a random spot to travel to and come and see? Oh, I'm going actually in the right direction already. We should be going this way. We should keep on going along this road until we get to that sandy part again, I guess. And you thought it was interesting to see what players have built, Jay? Yeah, I mean, the only thing stopping you really is imagination. I don't think I'm coming in the... Oh yes, because we turned right here. Yes, we're on track. So I just have to go left, and then we're gonna come to the desert, and then I will find my way from there over to the road that takes us to the ship. But it's really interesting to see, like, I have to say, guys, that, like, the difference between this server and Xanadu, where I live, is pretty huge. Like, what I'm noticing for sure is it's very densely populated here. Like, a lot of the... I could imagine it would be kind of challenging to find a nice place to sort of settle down. Or not settle down, but to settle at. Whereas on Xanadu, there's just tons and tons and tons of room. Oh, there's another one of those greenish ones. Oh, it's not greenish actually, even though it looks kind of green. Okay. It's a venerable lurking bear. So that was the mountain that we went up. So I guess we have to turn right and go up this thing and over. I still have my sleep bonus on, don't I? Let's turn that off. And Gareth Dranky, you loved seeing the player creations more than anything else. Yeah, we saw some pretty interesting places, that's for sure. You keep trying to cursor over stuff. Well, it's definitely worth it. You never know what you can discover. I think that this is where we turn over. Yes, I think we're on track now. It was fun, even fun for you, Du Jensen, even though you lived in this, or that in fact was the thing that was interesting for you to see, that your old place is still there. Yeah, we'll see where the marker takes us next time. But yeah, just the scope of such a small server, it's really, really different, like different to Xanadu in like it's so compact, these small servers in comparison. Now let's just imagine, imagine that this spot that I needed to reach on top of the mountain, so our marker was the very top of this spot right here. Imagine this would have just been like a wilderness, and most likely it would have just been rock, pure rock. Would I have actually tried to climb to that spot? I think what I would have done is like some kind of compromise. So I would have probably, if this would have all been just like a wild mountain without any trees or any roads or anything, just like imagine going up something like that, I would have probably climbed up to some extent just to get the view from that spot, but I would have probably not gone all the way. And speaking of view, look at that. Isn't that fantastic? Beautiful. It's an early crisp morning in Wurm right now. Oh, I see Gareth Drangy, right. So you're taking your like cursor over the as I play the as you're watching the stream, you're trying to cursor over stuff. I see, I see. I thought that you meant that. Oh, here's another goblin, guys. Let's kill him first. Lots of goblins in this area. What is up with that? And there seems to be a scorpion. That goblin hasn't even noticed me. Because he's like turned towards the other... Oh, no, he did. No, he still... Now he did. Okay, I'm just backing a little bit so I can get higher ground. But what I was gonna say... What was I gonna say? I forget now. I got so distracted by this little goblin. Oh yeah, now I remember. So yeah, Gareth, at first I thought like that it was just like this sort of newbie thing that you do. Like when you first start the game, you tend to just like mouse over everything, all the items in the game to see what they're called and what they are, right? But you actually meant my stream. So, is anything else attacking me? I don't think so. And fingers crossed that we get another skull. Now there it is. And we got another skull, guys. I can't believe it. 4 skulls now. What is up with that? So, have I just had like especially bad luck getting goblin skulls? Or is it normal for them to be dropping them so much? I thought they used to be like a rare thing to get. I mean, they've been even given away in giveaways in streams. Because they're a thing thought of as like a valuable thing, right? Yeah, the moons, and even the moons have a name when you mouse over them. That's right. And you know, guys, if what I really should be doing is I should be burying all of these, not only because these will stick here for many days. And they're sort of like trash, right? I'm being very naughty because I'm not cleaning up my mess. But also, if I actually bury these, I have the chance of getting some silver or like some money. So let's try actually burying these and see if we get any money. I should have chosen bury all. Oh, Gareth Drunk, you found a load of them, really? Yeah, well, maybe you can make a whole bunch of those beautiful skull cups now. All you need now is some booze, and you can arrange a whole party and invite us all. Yes, do Jensen. Naughty Cats for not cleaning up her mess, right? No, Deathrone, you can't. You cannot, unfortunately, do that. That's one of the first things that people always ask is, can you change the camera view? But it's only first person, I'm afraid. You get used to it, though. I mean, you really do. Like, I think it's something that sort of takes a lot of people aback in the beginning, but you really do get used to it quite quickly. and it feels completely natural to be this way after a while. And speaking of moons, there's one over there. But I would love it if there was also an option to get different camera angles just from the point of view of somebody who makes like worm videos and streams. It would be nice to be able to show the character actually doing those actions, right? Let's say you wanted to make a blacksmithing tutorial. You would want to have a shot of your character actually doing that. And let me just actually drink up and eat up as well, because I'm going pretty slow. And we can pour the rest of the water out since we're going to be at our ship any moment now. Yeah, taking my character Malena was absolutely the right thing to do. It wasn't as bad as I thought. I thought I would have to make these really long. Well, of course, this first trip wasn't too bad at all. But I was kind of like mentally preparing for having to go a very, very long way. Now I'm trying to figure out... I think I needed to go in this direction, didn't I? To get to my ship. I'm not entirely sure right now. I think I'm a bit lost. Or let me just see what direction we're sort of like facing right now. South? Okay, let's go this way then. I'm not sure. I should have taken note of what that town was I was at. I didn't notice what the name of the town was, and then I could have just used the navigation thingy. Let's go here first. No, this doesn't look familiar at all. It was Buccaneer Harbor? So should I, Okay, let's use the marker thing. Buccaneer Harbor. Find route. Do I have to really kill this wolf first? Very well. Okay. Find route. Buccaneer Harbor. Okay, so this direction. Good. So yeah, that wasn't too bad at all. We started the stream only 3.5 hours ago, and literally the first hour was just me preparing for the trip, expecting this to be like a huge, huge long thing. And we already found the spot, and we're already headed back to our ship, so it was a nice bite-sized adventure for a stream, that's for sure. I do hope though that the next time that we do this next week that we'll get a little bit more of a challenge. I felt it was a little bit on the easy side. Draco, yes, priests can cast spells. What on earth was that? I'm wondering if you meant the crocodile on the ground. There was this long crocodile corpse on the ground. And there's some more corpses that I've caused. I think I should probably... Oh, there's... No. These are not... This is not my fault, this thing. But we should probably just bury all of these. We could get some silver. Let's just bury these poor These poor guards. So something big and nasty has been here to kill those guards, because those guards would not go down from a measly bear or a wolf. It's probably been a troll of some kind. Maybe, you know what it probably was? It was that champion troll that we saw earlier that was running around. That's what it was. So it looks like the guards have been busy at work trying to kill it. And just a whole bunch of them died. Yeah, I didn't really take that into consideration, Jensen, about how fast it is to move around the smaller servers. Oh, really, Madnath? I didn't know that either, that with a tome you can cast magic, fireball and stone skin. Well, what do you know? Learn something every day. Now, I just hope that troll doesn't come, that champion troll doesn't come and find us, because that's something I can absolutely not fight against. Oh, there is that? No, that's an aged alert troll. Okay. Yeah, exactly, Jensen. That's true. Now, had it been in the middle of the mainland, that would have been a long journey, first by ship to the coast, and then a long journey by foot. Absolutely true. Okay, I know where we are now. I'm just trying to remember where the heck I left my ship. Let's just go and stand here on the bridge and see if I can remember where that was. I think it was over there. Oh, there it is. There it is. So we have to get over there. Okay. Or is there a way actually from this point? There might. Oh, and there's another goblin. And there is, what is that up there? Venerable Hell Scorpius. Let's kill this goblin as well. Yeah, Madnath, that would be cool, like if there was a way to do that, so that let's say you improved over time, if you improved a weapon with a certain other metal, it would eventually, like imagine if you used gold lumps on an iron sword to improve it, you would be applying more and more gold to it, and eventually it would end up to be a pure gold like a sword. That'd be cool. And it wouldn't be unrealistic either. Like let's say your sword has taken damage and you had to apply some additional metal to it, right? To patch it up. So you get a damage boost from silver weapons, do you? Again, we got a skull. What the heck? Lucky day. I don't understand. They must have changed. Either I've had really bad luck getting skulls before, or else they've changed the likelihood of getting those. So yeah, this was the place we were investigating. Actually, now I know where I am. And there's those crazy boats. We just need to get down from here. So yeah, guys, this is an MMO where you can actually build bridges. What do you say to that? So all of these bridges you see are built by players. I don't know of any other MMO where you can build bridges. So Draco, that's a very good question. So you asked, what is it about this game that has kept your attention? That keeps me coming back to it. It feels like there is an infinite amount of things to do, and it's also challenging enough to try and get, you know, just the fact that I haven't gotten a single skill up to 100, even though I've been playing for years. It's, you know, I love the challenge. And let's just actually take our horse from here. Like, for instance, just yesterday I got in Legends of Arya, I got GM, which is the equivalent of 100 out of 100 in evocation. And I was happy about it, sure. But it also kind of felt like it was too easy to get to 100 after only playing that mage for a few months. Okay, let's unload. I wonder if I can actually load the horse right into the creature cage from here. Let's see. Load creature. Okay, I think I need to actually unload it. Oh yeah, the saddle. We have to remove the saddle. And I think it was that we also had to untame it, didn't we? Let's see. Load creature? No, we can put that in. Okay. And then get it onto the ship. Load the creature cage. And it's actually 7 after 10. I did promise my son to be done by 10, so I will let's just head off with our ship, and that's the perfect sort of like spot to also end the stream. Let's just go into this direction over here and start heading home. Okay guys, thanks so much for spending the evening with me on this adventure that we had. In a week's time, we will open that map again and we will choose a new random destination to go to and see what adventures it brings us. And Draco, nice graphics. Is there a graveyard? I didn't see a graveyard, but players can certainly make graveyards, so any graveyard you would see in the game, that would be made by players. There's like headstones and there's coffins and stuff like that. And it turned out to be nostalgic for you, Jensen. Nice. Yeah, oh, and just coming back to Draco's question about what keeps me coming back, I sort of felt like I didn't properly answer that question. Well, I think one of the biggest things that keeps me coming back is just the freedom and vastness, not only vastness in skills, vastness in all the places you can explore, but just the fact that the game keeps bringing surprises to me. You just never get to a point in this game where you know everything inside out and you've seen everything inside out, because everything keeps changing due to what the players are doing to the world, the places you go to, the people you meet. It's always exciting. You just never know what's going to happen. So that keeps things fresh and interesting. And, I'm such an explorer type of person as well. So I hate it when an MMO stops me from my exploration abilities by putting up some, fake fences or like invisible walls or whatever it might be. I love the fact that I can fully explore anything I want to in this game. So, yeah, just the freedom and endless possibilities. But I think that's pretty much it. Okay, guys, I'm gonna sign off now. I hope you all have a great night. Tomorrow I'll be streaming some classic WoW, and I hope to see you there tomorrow. So yeah, good night, guys.